All right, ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, all genders, we're back here at historic Roosevelt Field for a second half of hard-hitting, exciting football action. I'm Dave Fazzini, and I am here with one of my all-time favorite students, Mr. Drew Willenner. Drew, you're back coming to see some hard-hitting, impactful Norristown football action. You're reading Hemingway. You're a man now. How's it feel?
Hey, how you doing, Fazzini? Feels great to be back here in good old Norristown and watching this game of epic proportions right now.
Epic.
It's so close. The tension, you can cut it with a knife.
And it's so foggy that you can cut that with a knife.
It is, in fact. Well, right now we're losing by only 3 points, but that can be erased in a second the way this game's going.
Where are you going to school, Drew?
Right now, Gettysburg College.
Gettysburg College. Good school. Nice, right out there on Route 81, I believe. Is that correct?
Somewhere right around there.
Somewhere around Route 81?
I think Route 30 runs right through the campus. So.
If I remember my American history correctly, there was a big battle fought there.
Yes, in fact, Gettysburg battle. The Battle of Gettysburg.
Battle of Gettysburg. Oh, man, Pickett's Charge and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
You're
that's
right on the money.
How does it feel to go to a school with such a rich history and so many things that have happened in that vicinity that have contributed so greatly to American history?
Oh, it's great. You wouldn't believe how many ghosts I've seen so far.
What?
There's so many ghosts on the battlefield.
Is that true, or is that just one of those things they show you on the History Channel to get you to, I guess, buy the program that they're showing you?
This is no History Channel information. We went on a little run this morning with our wrestling team.
Right.
It was quite foggy, even foggier than this right now. And there's ghosts all over the place. Muskets and everything.
You ran with musket-bearing ghosts in the morning with your team?
Yeah, but I mean, they were only ghost muskets. They're not going to hurt you.
Ghost muskets.
You heard me.
I did.
Yes.
Ghost muskets. An interesting insight from a confused and insane young man. Drew, it's great seeing you, my man, and thank you so much for stopping in here at Channel 27 on Comcast, your local Norristown Eagles station. And Drew, I wish you continued success. It's always good to see you.
Thank you, Fazzini. It's always a pleasure.
All right, my man. Now back to some hard-hitting football action. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the football action, I want to talk to you a little bit about our camera crew. Megan Altimus tonight has done a stellar job. She's bringing you these crisp and highly pixelated images. So when you're on your screen, you're on your LCD screen, you're on your traditional tube projection device, you're watching images brought to you by Megan Altimus. None other than the Megan Altimus. The one who can transform and transmute and transmogrify these images into something that you want to see. Mr. Campbell, you have any other
Yeah, I do have something I would like to add. Not only is Megan talented with the camera, apparently she's one of Norristown's finest students, as well as prettiest students, as she is a candidate on the court for homecoming next week.
No?
And Megan Altimus says she's not a candidate.
She's a candidate. I say she's a candidate.
She doesn't think so.
She was in the top 10.
She was in the top 10.
Oh, for NBC.
Oh!
Oops.
Oh, so that just kind of takes.
Well, I just say she should have been in the court anyway.
That kind of takes the last 2 minutes of what we've been talking about and renders them, if not irrelevant, more confusing than they were.
Well, then let's just clarify, because Norristown has entered into a partnership with NBC 10. She is now a finalist to be working with NBC 10 and Norristown High, reporting from the school. This is a very good opportunity for her, and if she wants to pursue communications down the line, which I'm sure she does, this will help her immensely. Good luck, Megan.
Good luck, Megan Altimus, and good luck, Megan Altimus, and good luck, Rich Campbell and Dave Fazzini, in continuing to bring you excellent football coverage here in the second half from historic Roosevelt Field. And just like Theodore Roosevelt and his Rough Riders, we are off. Boom! Almost. Boom now. And Norristown stops Council Rock at the 30-yard line, where the Council Rock Golden Blue Chartreuse Hawks will take it out to start off the second half. With 11:54 to go here in the third quarter, Rich and I are back with you.
Dave, I tried some of that Trident Spearmint, and it must be the xylitol. This is incredible gum.
It's
just an opinion, not a paid endorsement.
not a paid endorsement, but I got to tell you, man, it's good to have someone to talk to about quality snack food. The last couple weeks I've been real lonely. First down, there's a run. Council Rock comes out. They want to continue that ground game. They want to continue the dominance they've displayed in the first quarter, but not the second quarter.
Well, based on the result of that first play, a 2-yard gain, I would say that maybe the Norristown Eagles have made some adjustments here.
I think so. I think that Norristown really has committed themselves in the over halftime to stopping that run, and daring Council Rock to pass.
Then again, maybe they haven't.
Oh my stars, ladies and gentlemen.
Anthony Roby with a game-saving tackle there.
Number 28, Brian DeLoa, lowers the boom and crushes up the middle for a huge gain.
That was reminiscent of an Earl Campbell vintage 1979 run where he put the helmet to Isaiah Robertson and barreled through him and pursued on down the field with 6 or 7 Rams draped upon him.
Conjuring up images of the aforementioned Campbell and John Riggins and Larry Zonka on that run. 1st and 10, Council Rock.
And they're, again, gouging the middle of the defense.
Thanksgiving has come early here in the second half because the turkey's being carved. Norristown's got to clamp down in that middle. A turnover at this point would be clutch. 2nd down and 5 for Council Rock. Bottled up the middle, but still.
He spun for 5 yards. Norristown made contact, and then the back spun and dragged 3 defenders 5 yards down the field.
That's the kind of thing that gives coaches apoplectic fits. Coaches go crazy when things like that happen. When you hit a man, you have to bring him down. You have to wrap him up. You have to make that tackle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game, and Norristown's going to lose. Norristown's defense has got to get something going here.
I'm still seeing lots of trap blocking as Norristown linemen step into the gaps and get picked off left and right. They're going to really have to attack the man and bounce off to stop that kind of blocking. Attack the man in front of you. Don't step into that gap where you can get picked off. Or if you're going to go into that gap low so that they can't get to you and knock you off of your position.
1st down for Norristown. Number 8, Irwin, has backs in the eye. Irwin hands off to the fullback. A good stop by Ron Good, number 74. That's the kind of tackling Norristown's going to need to continue here.
Yeah, with just under 9 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter, Norristown has now set it up with 8 yards to go. 2nd down and 8. Ball located on the 11-yard line.
Does Norristown blitz here, like a run blitz to plug up those holes in the middle? Or do they stick to the status quo?
Wow, horrible tackle there. Robbins had a play on the back right at the line, and he just kind of one-armed it, didn't really wrap up, and the back ran right through him and took it down to the 5-yard line. Again, it really appears that the Eagles linemen are just not into the game. They're half-heart in these tackles. They're not really ferocious. They're not trying to intimidate with their tackles. They're just kind of going through the motions, it appears.
Rich, what do you say to change that? It's 3rd down here. Council Rock's pushing again. You've got to change the hearts and minds.
I think they need a little xylitol.
Man, touchdown.
Alex Dinolfi with a little bit of a half-hearted effort there at the end. He kind of just stuck his helmet in. He didn't really attack from back there at the safety position. Clearly the running back had the ball, was coming through the line, and he kind of laid back. He wasn't his normal aggressive self in attacking the line of scrimmage.
Dinolfi, the defensive backs in general, and the linebackers led by Davis, normally much more aggressive. Being aggressive is part of their game. Today, I don't know if it's the confusing blocking schemes being thrown at them by Council Rock. I don't know if it's the aggressive play by the running backs. I don't know what it is, but frankly, the defenses on both sides have not looked great, but Norristown's defense in particular here has been driven on and is getting beaten up.
I really think it's the fact that Council Rock South is called the Golden Hawks, and they're wearing blue and white uniforms.
You attribute it solely to that?
That's what I'm going with.
Well, correlation equals causality here in this instance, because it's 16-6 and we don't know what to do.
I think that Norristown really is going to have to answer the bell on this drive. The offense is going to have to put something together and make something happen, because right now it's not happening and it's got to change. We've got to get a momentum build here. We've got to get Council Rock to start respecting the offense, because at this point in time they just aren't. And they haven't really had a reason to.
They haven't really had to. Norristown's got to get that explosive offense moving. Coach Smith always calls a good game. Coach Smith has got to pull out some of those plays from that playbook and get Graham and company moving here.
You know, Dave, to kind of draw a comparison, this is very similar to the Eagles-Tampa Bay title game, where they returned the kickoff,
Right.
Deuce Staley ran it in on the first play, and pretty much Norristown kind of thought the game was over from that point. And unfortunately, there was still 47 minutes and 49 seconds to play.
That's true.
Anthony Roby breaking the outside with the return, cutting it back.
Roby.
He's on the sideline. Down to the 34-yard line.
And, Rich, could that be the kind of momentum shift that Norristown needs here?
Well, it would certainly help now that the offense is working with a short field. We've got to have the offense maintain some discipline, not commit any silly penalties, and really start to move the ball. Let's work this team over a little bit.
The kicking game has kept Norristown in it, the return game in particular. So the offense has got to do their part here and drive it down.
Yeah.
First down and 10 for the Eagles.
Russ Graham's looked real tentative tonight. He just doesn't seem himself. He seems to be second-guessing all of his throws. He doesn't know whether to throw it hard or throw it soft or lay it up. He really just has to relax and be himself, let the ball fly. If he overthrows, he overthrows.
Right.
But be yourself, Russ.
Booker runs hard on that play, one of his characteristic tough runs, and he picks up 5 yards off tackle. That's a good thoughts, Rich, about Russ. He's just got to let it fly, not worry about underthrowing it, just let it go. Use that strong arm to his advantage. Second down and 5 for the Eagles. Some hard running again from Booker. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and the Eagles haven't really let Matt Booker get untracked either. They've done some runs here and some runs there, but there hasn't been a consistent feeding of the beast.
Yeah.
And they really need to get the ball into Booker's hands. He's their playmaker. He's their difference maker. Let's get it in his hands and let him do some damage.
And with the running game, I mean, people, you tend to quit early on it if it's not working, but it's one of those things where a running game, particularly someone as apparently huge as Matt Booker is, can wear down a defense. 3rd down and very short for the Norristown Eagles. They give it to the spark plug, Ron Davis, who takes it off tackle for a first down.
Nicely done by Ron. He kind of got caught running laterally, but he bounced off some of those tackles. He looked to be going down, but he got his hand down on the ground and was able to lunge forward for 3 yards and get us the first down.
So with 5 minutes and 45 seconds here to go in the 3rd quarter, it's the Council Rock South Hawks.
Blue and white
16,
Golden Hawks.
16 and the Norristown Eagles 6.
Not to beat a dead hawk.
Right, of course not. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, backs in the eye. Graham's got him under control. Handoff goes to Davis, bounces off one man, dragging people forward. That's the kind of inspirational effort you need to see from Ron Davis.
Yes, ferocity.
Lowering the shoulder, lowering the boom.
It took all 11 blue and white and golden Hawks to bring Davis down.
Blue and white and gold and black and blue.
Would that be blue squared?
Blue and white and gold and black and blue squared. Or blue again. Or purplish.
Or royal?
Royal. I really feel like I'm in a Lowe's here. 2nd down and 5 to go. Booker gets the ball and takes it for, it's going to be close to the 1st down. It will depend on the spot.
Matt read that play well. He had it going where they were going right behind the tackle, and he had the option to cut it either up inside or cut it to the outside. They had real good contain on the outside, so he broke it back inside, picked up an extra 4 yards. And again, that'll serve them well as the game goes on.
Norristown's O-line's doing some blocking here. Norristown's on the move. Russ Graham is under center, and it's 3rd and very short. Option. Graham, around end. Russell Graham lowers his shoulder. Russell Graham's going to take it to the 4-yard line, and Russell Graham shows his toughness there.
Yes, he does. And Russ was a man determined to get that ball with her 1st down. And he did well, as the ball's now on the 5-yard line with 1st and goal at the 5.
3:51 here to go in the 3rd quarter. Good job, Russell Graham. That's a leadership role right there. And that's what Russ has to do. He was too tentative before, but he tucks the ball under. He tucks it under his arm, lowers his shoulder, and runs somebody over. He says, you know, I'm not necessarily this game getting it done with my arm, but I'm going to do it another way.
It's the kind of play that can give him a little confidence so that when he does actually start to throw the ball a little bit, he'll maybe feel it and let it loose.
Right. Run by Booker, very short gain there on 1st.
Short gain of 1, yes.
All right, Norristown's at the 5-yard line. 2 backs. We've got Davis and Booker, and Graham is under center, ready to lead his troops onward. Graham heads it to Booker, who tries to sweep it out
He's
wide.
going in for a touchdown.
Matt Booker runs that 205-pound frame across the goal line for the touchdown.
Davis with an excellent lead block, paving the way for Booker as he went into the end zone untouched.
Good job by Ron Davis and the right side of that Eagles offensive line. 12-16, and Eagles are right back in this thing.
Yeah, that was a nice call there. A little off tackle again, allowing Booker to read the hole, read whether the traffic has contain on the outside or whether he can break it up inside. He read it and just ran straight for the corner, taking it in for Eagles touchdown.
Number 40, Jesus Adams on the attempted point after. Adams' kick is up.
And good.
And good. 13-16 now. The Eagles are back within 3. It's clutch now, Rich, that the Eagles shut down Council Rock and show the Council Rock golden, blue, white, purple, green, orange, blue, Lucky Charms Hawks, who is boss here in this house.
Kind of reminiscent of the Rudy movie.
Very reminiscent of the Rudy movie.
Where Dan Devine marched his team into the locker room and said, "Nobody comes into our house and beats us."
Good old Dan Devine. Cheer, cheer for old Notre Dame. We haven't heard the Notre Dame fight song this week from either of the bands.
Thank God.
I think because it's such a bad omen at this point with the 0-5 Notre Dame fighting Irish, I guess still.
Look at those push-ups just racked off by the Norristown cheerleaders.
Norristown cheerleaders doing the push-ups, getting ready to throw those footballs up in the stands. They claimed earlier that they could do it.
Wow, and that first one was a good toss.
Good toss.
Nice little spiral on there. Then there were some girl throws.
Well,
off the wrong foot. Kind of square-armed. Not real pretty.
short kickoff.
Our cheerleaders must not be members of the softball team based on the form exhibited today.
Well, some of them have gotten the balls up here. Some of them have gotten some very good throws and some very good velocity. But for the most part, they just haven't been doing it. But you have noticed that from the last time they've thrown the footballs up here, they've done a lot of push-ups because Norristown scored a lot of points. So the deltoid and tricep development has increased the velocity and the distance of the throw. So good work, ladies. First down for the Council Rock Hawks, and Norristown's going to aim to nip this one in the bud right now.
Ball located on the Council Rock South 26. And again, they savaged the middle of the line, breaking through for a gain of 10.
And like the Viking raids of old, they found a susceptible spot, and they are just smashing and slashing away at it with battle axes and broadswords. First down for Council Rock with 2:10 left to go here in the third quarter. Another slashing run up the middle.
George Washington ran right past the running back on that play. He burst through into the backfield, and the running back just blasted past him.
Well, what's been happening, Rich, is we've both seen it, we both commented on it. Council Rock's been taking advantage of Norristown's aggression, and they've said, you know what, we're gonna play off of that.
Apparently the Hawks cheerleaders were invited over here. The golden, blue, and white Hawks cheerleaders.
The golden.
They're being greeted less than enthusiastically by the Norristown crowd, as I've seen a couple Norristown footballs rain down from the stands.
All right, guys out there, keep it civil, keep it fun, keep it lighthearted.
Their cheerleading squad is larger than my class size.
They have a lot of cheerleaders on their squad, Rich. Third down and 6 for the Council Rock South Hawks. There's the snap. There's the handoff. Close to the first, but he's going to fall about 2 yards short. So it's going to bring up 4th and 2 and a punting situation for the Council Rock South Hawks. If you're Norristown, a nice run back would sound real refreshing right about here.
Well,
like a cold beverage in the middle of the desert.
The return game has been one of our special team strengths. Let's see what we can do here.
Almost a block, a boom.
Well punt.
Wise takes it right up the gut. But that was one heck of a punt, Rich. That was a booming blast.
A nice hang time, got it out there, nice distance. He fielded it at the 20, brought it back to the 28 for a return of 8.
You want your returners to first and foremost be sure-handed and sure-footed. They don't have to break one big every time, but it's nice to have that threat. Norristown certainly has that threat working for them. They certainly have the intimidation factor. But a punt like that with that kind of hang time and that kind of coverage, there's not much you're going to do. So Wise did well to get that 8. First down for the Norristown Eagles. Graham's under center. Got 2 backs with 34 Booker back deep. Booker takes the handoff, takes it off tackle. Matt Booker explodes for a gain of 7.
Yeah, look, it seems like Norristown's offense is now going to attack the fringes of the Council Rock South defense. They're going to attack the corners and see what they can get. So far, that plan has worked well in the second half. So they've scored 1 touchdown on 1 drive and open up with a 7-yard gain on the second drive.
13 seconds here to go in the third quarter. Yes, Council Rock's shown that they have very little team speed. Norristown is 2nd and 3. The handoff goes to Booker. Booker's stopped there for a very
big loss.
Of about 5. I wanted to try to spin that one and make it sound positive, but you're right. Big loss. Big loss.
Linebacker came up onto the line, read that they were attacking the right side. He burst through the line before the end could get out there and hit him, and basically blew up that play from the start.
Yeah.
Third quarter has ended, Dave. We'll march into the fourth. Norristown trailing by 3.
So with 12 minutes of football left, it's a close game. The second half has been much more quality football than the second quarter,
Yes,
certainly.
certainly little more error-free.
Yeah.
It's nice to see Norristown's defense tighten up there after 2 big gashing plays. They really tightened it up, held Council Rock South to a punt, maintained their field position. Now they'll start moving the ball back. Let's see what we can do in getting a lead back here.
Well,
So we haven't had a lead since about the 8-minute mark of the first quarter.
right. Norristown wants to get that lead back because they're much better from playing from ahead than they are from coming from behind. Their defense seems to be much better playing when they have a lead than they are when they're playing from behind. They seem to get nervous and tentative. Graham has backs in the eye on third down. Russell Graham drops back. He's under pressure. He throws
Nicely
it to Booker.
done.
That is the Russ Graham we all know, respect, and love as our quarterback.
Real nice option play there by Russ. Russ sprinted out on the rollout, faked the handoff inside. Booker broke in on the handoff fake, broke out into the flat in the center of the field, and Russ delivered the ball, squeezing himself between 2 defenders and then flicking the ball into Matt Booker's waiting hands. Matt then had nice yards after the catch with about an 8-yard gain after the catch.
First down for the Eagles. Little counter play. Anthony Wise. Good run and very expert, crisp blocking. From
Nice
the right
9-yard
side of that
gain
line.
by Wise. Came off the right side again, using that stretch play. They're attacking the tackles out on the edges, letting the running backs then kind of fend their way and pick which path they want to do. This time Wise broke it outside, then started heading upfield, took it up for a nice 10-yard gain as it was a first down.
Jim Gallagher and crew.
Ball now on the Council Rock South 42.
First down for the Eagles. Backs in the eye. Another counter. This one got clogged up a little bit, but still a gain of 2 yards. That one looked like it was stopped before it started. They saw the counter, and they did what you have to do on a counter, which is close down, but still 2-yard gain.
Positive play. Looks like Norristown is finally starting to find their rhythm as they start positive play after positive play. They didn't let that one negative hold them back as they picked up that first down. Now we're looking at a 2nd down and 8.
The Eagles are on the move at the 40-yard line with 10 minutes left to go here in the game. Handoff goes to Booker.
He pounds it up the middle. Looks like a gain of 3.
Hard to bring him down, man. It's hard to bring Matt Booker down. Plugging up for 3 more yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Norristown Eagles. The Council Rock horns have fallen silent. Nine minutes and 42 seconds here to go in this game. Graham has backs in the eye, 3rd down and 5. Russ Graham, back to pass. Graham has a man, nice completion out to looks like number 18, Brandon Ellis. Russ Graham,
Number 11.
Number 11, Mike Good. Number 11, Mike Good makes a good reception.
He had very good form. He had showed good judgment in catching the ball, turning upfield, and then stepping out of bounds.
And it was a good route.
Yes, very good route and a good gain.
Good gain. First down for the Norristown Eagles from the 29-yard line. Graham is back in control of this game.
Yeah, this isn't the same Norristown football team we watched in the first half.
Nice run by Anthony Wise around end. This isn't the same Norristown team.
Now, Norristown, again, continuing to attack the corners of the lines, going at the tackles, running straight angle plays. basically allowing running backs to make judgment calls on which way they want to turn it upfield. The running backs have done an amazing job now in the second half, showing good judgment, reading their blocks, making the right choices, ripping off large chunks of real estate. And now the ball is located inside the 20-yard line at about the 18.
Booker takes a turn at fullback and gets a couple on first down.
I believe that was the workhorse Ron Davis.
Was it, I think? Who was that?
Oh, maybe it was Anthony Wise,
That was
22.
Wise doing some yeoman service at fullback. Gain of about 1. Norristown's chugging away, bringing it past the 9-minute mark at 8:58 here to go in the fourth quarter. Norristown's knocking on the door.
Or to quote Bob Dylan, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. That's right. Wise.
He stutter-stepped and then cut it back to the middle of the field. Brought it down to the 14-yard line for about a 4-yard gain.
Now, Rich, here's a question for you, purely hypothetical so far. If you're Norristown, if you're stopped here on third down, and it's fourth down and about 3, what do you do? Do you kick it?
I'm not feeling real confident with our kicking game since we're on our second kicker of the night. So I think I would probably press the issue and go for it, especially considering that we're inside the 15-yard line.
Well, Graham, quick hitter to Booker. It's a moot point because Booker lowers the boom.
Takes it inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Eagles at the 3. Well thought out play by Coach Smith, using a nice little trap counter play there, bringing it back, starting the flow to the left, bringing the play back against that to the right, allowing Booker to go towards the tackle and then cut it back upfield into the middle, ripping off large chunks of yards down inside the 5 to the 3-yard line.
And they've got to get some Motrin stat for those players over on Council Rock who just took that abuse at the hands of Matt Booker. First and goal for the Eagles. Wise, short gain, nothing there.
Ball blockers came in, submarined that play, got into the backfield, made penetration. There was nowhere for Wise to run, and he got stacked up right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
So it's going to be second and goal from the 4-yard line. I go with Booker again here. That hit, that ferocious hit, he just smacked down on Council Rock. That's worthy of another handoff and worthy of a touchdown.
Well, when you're 205 pounds of
Wrought iron.
pure hard steel,
Blue steel.
you can deliver those kind of blows. Ron Davis with the lead block, and there they go.
Untouched.
Booker waltzes into the end zone, just hands the ball over to the ref as if he's been there before.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's both sportsmanship and confidence. It's cool to be a sportsman. Norristown takes a lead here, 19-16, with 6 minutes and 53 seconds here to go in the game.
And you can see the confidence building now with the Norristown offense. They just know we've got this team right where we want them. We can do what we want to do. We found their weakness. And as long as the defense can give us the ball, we will win and be victorious.
Right. This is a different Norristown offensive team, and I have a lot of respect for what's happened here in the second half with Norristown. At the end of that first half, I was thinking to myself, and we were both talking about the fact that Norristown can't play like this and expect to win, and if they continue to play like this, they would surely lose. But this is a different team in the second half.
Yeah, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and with 7 minutes left, a little under 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Norristown's feeling confident now, regaining the lead at 19-16.
And our inspirational anthem always gets the fans fired up. And now the fans are dancing. It's like a regular party here at historic Roosevelt Field. People are dancing in the stands. It's a party. It's a festival. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to be down here. You have to witness with your own eyes the dancing and fun that's happening in these stands. A wave of excitement, the atmosphere. It's palpable. You can taste it. You can feel it. You can sense it. Be here or be square.
It's washing over me, Dave.
It's covering me like the sweat from the fog and heat. And ladies and gentlemen, the more of you who come down here and buy tickets, the more likely it is that we get a fan up here in the press box.
And really, Norristown folks, this is a great value. You're going to send your kids out to the movies for $10. It's going to cost them another $5 for popcorn, probably another $2 for a soda. You're looking at a $20 bill flying out the window.
Out the window.
We can send you to a football game for $5, get a hot dog and a Coke for $3, and they still have money to go spend at Chuck E. Cheese.
With a good family atmosphere. Or you could go to some Norristown, nice pizzerias in Norristown, support the hometown fans, support the hometown connoisseurs of pizza. No game!
Big play there in the center of the line. Curtis Haley just grabbed him and acted like the body snatcher.
Like Zeus.
Just wrapped him up and threw him down and said, "No, you will not go between these gates.
You shall not pass." Like Gandalf, right? Curtis Gandalf Haley stops him for cold.
Stabbed his staff in the ground and said, "You shall not pass."
2nd down and 9. Nice gain there for Council Rock. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3 for Council Rock Hawks.
That was Braxton Ambrose. Braxton Ambrose. Nice game, Braxton.
Braxton, a good gain there. 5 minutes and 44 seconds left to go here.
My guess is he's Braxton Ambrose the third.
Football player, Yachtsman. 3rd down and 3. He picks up the 1st. No contain there for the Eagles.
Now was Ryan Fairs
So with
ripping off a 1st down run.
With 5 minutes and 15 seconds here to go in the 4th quarter, it's still Norristown 19, Council Rock 16. The 50-50 tickets have been called.
They're just exploding through the middle. Again, the middle has opened back up. They're shooting right into those 1 and 2 gaps, flying through that hole, and they're into the secondary before Norristown even has a chance to react.
Yeah,
The tackle play has got to improve. They've got to start forcing those plays, shutting down those inside gaps, because they are just really blowing through there. And the linebacker play, linebackers are not coming up and filling those holes quick enough.
we thought we were past that in the second half, but Norristown's got to not regress. They have to progress. Another not great gain for Council Rock, but a serviceable gain.
Yeah, 3.5, 4-yard gain on that play.
If they want to score last year, if they want to hold the ball and drive it right down, they're doing what they got to do.
What I'm noticing, Dave, is when I see these linebackers shoot into the backfield, they're coming in looking high. They're looking for heads above theirs.
Right.
They're not coming in low and looking to take down the first person that they see. They really need to start shooting low, coming in at the waist, and taking out that guy that's running towards them.
So 2nd down and 6. Yes,
That play was greeted in the backfield. Ball's loose.
The ball is loose. Who's got it? Who's coming up with it?
Up. Council Rock South retains the ball.
Council Rock retains the ball, and not only that, but number 18, Brandon Ellis, is down.
8.
Number 8, Dan Waller, is down. Three minutes and 44 seconds here to go in the game. We have an injured Norristown player down, and we're at a pivotal moment in the game. A little bass drum, a little snare drum, a little cardboard sign, and we have all the elements we need for a good cheer.
You know, going back to what we talked about, the value of attending the Norristown football high school game, not only do you get that, if you're bringing out your kids, they're getting to see what it's like to participate in high school sports.
That's right.
And they don't have to participate on the football team. There's also many other clubs going on here. You have the cheerleaders, you have the band, you have the flag drill team. All viable club activities at the high school that do not involve having to be a football athlete.
So we have, yeah, you're right, Rich. We have many things going out here. We have many things to offer our student body. You need to get involved.
Because students who are involved are successful students. It's been proven time and time again. And successful students are successful members of your community. They make your streets safer. They're not involved in crime. They're not involved in nefarious activities.
Nefarious.
They're in a safe place, enjoying a safe activity, being a part of a safe community.
And doing good things that help bring the community together. And that's one of the things we want to have here down at Roosevelt Field. We want to have a place where the community can go, we can all hang out, we can watch a good game, and we can root our Eagles on to victory. Another stoppage here. It's going to be first down and 10.
Council Rock picked up that first down. They're now on the 38-yard line of the Eagles. The Eagles are going to have to stiffen up here. Getting to that point of the game where the clock is going to become an enemy if they're not going to stop them.
That's true. The Eagles can ill afford to give up a score here unless they give it up quickly.
And we do not heartily endorse that.
We don't heartily endorse that at all. We endorse the platform of stop them now and get the ball back. Slow it down a little.
One wide receiver out to the right. Two backs in the backfield. Fullback breaks through the line for a short gain of 3.
But you know what, Rich? Council Rock is confident enough in their running game that I think they'll settle for 3-yard gains here.
I think so too, Dave. Got 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Council Rock South's driving. Norristown's looking to stiffen.
Nice play.
Oh, they read that well. Option. And they're in for a score.
What I meant to say was nice play for Council Rock. Because I was
Quarterback had a great fake to the fullback. Eagles jumped on that fullback. He ran it down the line, made contact, pitched it out to the back. The back took it down the sideline. Some poor tackling by Norristown defensive backs. Broke the tackles, took it in for a 38-yard touchdown run.
Well, that one had me completely flummoxed. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Well, that just goes to show that, like you said, Dave, it leaves plenty of time on the clock.
Right.
Norristown's going to just have to take advantage.
Right.
Kick is good. 2:37 left here in the fourth quarter. We're going to need a good return from the kicking game.
Yes, we are. With 2 minutes and 37 seconds left to go here in the game, it's Council Rock South 23, Norristown 19. Rich, this is time for the special teams to come up big.
The Phillies still lost yesterday.
That's
That
true.
would be my update.
Yes, the Phillies did lose yesterday. They have not exactly getting heroic efforts from their starting pitching, but that's nothing new.
Nor has their manager helped the case with his astounding prowess and managerial genius.
Yeah. Louis Louis from the Kingsmen happening on the other side of the field here. I think that they're a little enthusiastic and they're ready for some fraternity rock to get their fans fired up. All 4 of them that made the trip out here.
Maybe they think their uniforms are togas, and hence
a tribute to Animal House.
hence they are so excited now.
I think so.
Just remember, Dave, Otis loves us. Another squib kick. Going the wrong way. Okay, that was a return for a loss of about 10 yards.
A controversial decision.
Derek Williams there with some ill-fated judgment as the wedge sat in the back and waited for him to run behind them,
right,
not moving up and picking off pursuers. I'm a little disheartened by the lack of effort there by the blocking team on the return.
And with 2 minutes and 30 seconds here to go in the game,
They all kind of stood there and waited for Derek to run from the defenders and get behind them so that they could then block.
No sense of urgency.
Oh, and there goes Graham. Nice move.
Russell Graham showing his athleticism there.
Taking it out to
game.
midfield.
Big gain.
Just shy at the 47-yard line.
Big gain for Russ Graham, showing his
2 minutes and
legs.
24 seconds left. Russ gets the play, gets back to the huddle.
Little Iron Man here, the spooky riffs getting people fired up, getting people ready for Halloween with some minor key spooky music.
I think I saw Mama Smurf walk by. Or was that one of our faculty members,
That was
Pat
one of
McCarthy?
our faculty members. This is Pat McCarthy here showing some Norristown spirit.
It was very hard to see her. I could only see the top of her head.
Well, we're a bit limited here. So we've got 2 minutes to go, Rich, and the Norristown Eagles have got to score.
Ball right on the 50-yard line, Dave.
Right on the 50, Graham's got backs in the eye.
Two receivers out to the left.
Davis and Booker. He's got a man. Oh!
Terrell Ellis looks the ball in, starts running, but forgets to actually secure the ball. He was behind the defenders. Excellent play fake.
Great throw.
Drops the ball. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
A great throw by Russell Graham under extreme duress.
Again, Russ showing that he's got his confidence, he's got his rhythm. I'm not feeling that this is a worrisome problem. It's just a matter of time.
Graham's got
Okay.
3rd and 8.
4 backs, or 3 wide receivers stacked to the left.
Graham's got Mayer. Yes! And Mayer brings it across the 35-yard line, down to the 34-yard line. They're in good shape with 1 minute 48 seconds left to go here in the game.
Yeah, that was a nice little square out by by Mayer. 2 receivers drew the defensive backs down the field. He kind of came out in a slow delay and then squared out to the outside. Russ rolled out to the left, delivered the ball in stride. Mayer was able to get upfield, make a nice spin move, and gain an extra 7 or 8 yards.
And you got to give a lot of credit to Russell Graham on that play and the play before. I mean, Graham's been in the second half making the throws.
It's like night and day.
We said some things about his consistency and accuracy in the first half, but in the second half, different quarterback, and he's been playing really well.
Yeah, he's really restored his confidence.
His receivers just have to help him out here by making some of those tough catches.
I think one of those runs near the end of the half, he just started to really feel it and say, you know what, I have to take over. I have to stop doubting. I have to just take this game over in the second half. And he's come out here and done that.
And that's what winners do. I mean, winners come out and they take charge of a game and they make sure that their team knows that they are in charge and that they are going to help them out and lead them on to victory.
Russ is also one of the leading athletes in the school. In addition to being the quarterback on the football team, he's the quarterback of the basketball team, being the starting point guard.
Mayer takes it around end for an impressive gain.
Picked up about 13 on that play for another first down. Ball down at the 25-yard line.
And
I'm sorry, at the 23.
Excitement's definitely in the air here at Norristown. The fans are on their feet waiting to see what their gridiron heroes are going to do next. The fans are on their feet. Look at them.
Norristown moving the ball with alacrity.
Alacrity. I told you get college credit for watching this broadcast. First down for the Eagles. Quick dive to Booker. Booker's held up, but still a manful challenge issued by Booker to that Council Rock South football defense. Booker says, I'm going to smack you in the mouth.
Nice little counter trap run there. Basically faking the pitch to the outside. Booker steps in and takes the handoff from Graham, busts it back the other way towards the tackle. Takes it upfield for a gain of about 5.
Second down and 5 to go for Norristown. 1:07 left to go here in the game. Norristown's definitely playing this one to win at the last minute. A little dipsy-do.
Running the option, Graham takes it outside, pitches it to Mayer. Mayer takes it upfield for a gain of about 3. That's going to bring on third down and 4 yards to go.
The clock's still ticking. The Eagles are taking their time here. I don't know if I agree with this, Rich.
Yeah, it kind of reminds us of some other Eagles that took their time with the clock running down. My guess is this ball's going in the air. Timeout, call timeout. Graham looking downfield, didn't like what he saw, tried to sidestep the oncoming rush, wasn't able to do that. Now with 17 seconds left, it is 4th down and 11 as he was tackled back at the 25-yard line.
With 17 seconds to go.
Well, Norristown's shown an ability to be resilient and bounce back and make big plays. Let's see what they can, Coach E.J. Smith and offensive coordinator Joe Milligan can come up with.
It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. The fans and cheerleaders are on their feet. Everyone is poised, breathless with anticipation to see what the next few seconds will hold.
Come on, come on. You need to get around here, cheerleader. Go.
Okay, step up. We got 3 receivers out to the left. 1 back in the backfield. That'll be Matt Booker.
Did he
Close
pick it
to the
up?
first down. He looks like he's short of the first down. It's marked out at the 15-yard line. Needed another yard, and that's going to end the game for Norristown. Ball turned over on downs. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line for Council Rock South.
Yeah, but it was yard short.
That's a tough one.
Council Rock will snap the ball, take a knee. Norristown gets another tough, nail-biting home loss. Delay of game. Didn't get that snap off before the time. changed.
And that's going to bring it to a close here at Roosevelt Field tonight, where the Norristown Eagles fall to the Council Rock South Hawks 23-19. Rich, that's a disappointing loss.
Yeah, this one will take your breath away. They surged back from a 10-point deficit, took a 3-point lead, then just couldn't convert there at the end. Made a nice play, got the completion. Mayer just ran out of real estate and getting in ground. Couple of close calls again. Just couldn't make the difference.
They shake
Well
hands.
played game by Council Rock South there after they had that kind of meltdown there towards the end of the second quarter where they were giving the ball back and forth, Norristown and Council Rock South. Blue and white Golden Hawks. Norristown definitely looks a little dejected. You can see them with their heads hanging. This was a tough loss.
This was a really tough loss for Norristown. And next week is homecoming. And Rich, what do you do during practice? What do you focus on during practice to get these guys fired up and ready to stop the run next week?
Well, you just have to talk to them about the season isn't over. This is a very even division. One or two losses can still win you the division, and you're still looking at possibly, with your power ranking, performing well in the districts and making it to district playoffs. You can't allow this defeat to ruin your season. You have to play on, keep going, see what happens.
And Norristown is still 4-2. But Rich, I guess my question is, how do you keep it from being a backbreaking, dejecting loss? Because this one was tough.
Yeah. Well, again, you keep pointing towards the season is not over. You can't allow this defeat to be the end of your season and mail in the results. You have to come back. You have to play to the season's end. It is not over. In this conference, in this division, 2 losses, you may still tie for a division lead, provided you win out. But you have to win out. There is no margin for error now. We've used the margin of error. We have to get up, pick ourselves up, start playing football.
And with next week, with homecoming, with a big crowd anticipated here at Roosevelt Field, it's a definite, you hate to say must win, but it's a must win. You have to win out, like you said.
Yep,
There's
margin
no
of error is
margin.
gone. It's getting the team back up, though, should be a little easier with all the homecoming week festivities that'll be happening in the school. From the dress-up days right on through to Spirit Day on Friday, kids should be fired up and ready to go. This one will definitely be a tough one. This one is one that they're going to be with them all weekend. I don't think there's going to be too many kids having a fun weekend this time.
I don't think so, and I think that because of the nature of this loss and the fact that it was so heartbreaking and it came down to the last minute, I think the fact that it came down to the last minute and had some dubious kind of circumstances, it's so tough. As a football player myself, and you played football as well, it's tough to come back from something like this and hold your head up, but that's just what Coach Smith has to reinforce. Coach Smith and Coach Kennedy, Coach Milligan are all seasoned coaches who've been doing this for a while. They're professionals who know what they're doing and who really know the game. They can do it. They got to get their team fired up, and they have to reinforce, as you said, Rich, the importance of not quitting. Because if they quit next week and lose, it's done.
Well said, Dave.
And on that note, a disappointing night here at historic and scenic Roosevelt Field. I'm Dave Fazzini, and for Rich Campbell, we are bidding you good night and good football. We'll see you back here next week at homecoming, and we'd like you to check us out at Comcast Channel 27. Check us out on the web at www.nasd.k12.pa.us for all of your programming from the past, present, and future. Take care and have a good night. See you next week.
Good night.